Scorpio, I get the vibe that maybe someone has activated you, maybe upset you a bit, or is pulling out the passion from within you by something that was done or said. Just feels like you're really in your energy right now. You're feeling right now a lot of passion. Fire is out here, and it is the number 27. What I've been doing with these oracle messages is I've been reading out the descriptions for these cards, because sometimes by reading out the direct message for these oracle cards, it can activate your own psychic ability and get you to a place where you can think about what spirit is trying to communicate to you. So I'm going to start off by reading fire to you. What does it say about fire? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides, number 27 here. It says light, creativity, drive, purity, passion, and new opportunities. The element of fire can free you from boredom, clear karma, and give you the energy required to take action. And that's what this feels like right now. I do feel like something has happened or something was said, and it's pulling out that passion. It is pushing you to be creative and to be in your power right now. It says, be warned though, too much fire can also burn. So be mindful of utilizing this energy wisely by channeling it creatively. Meditate on this symbol with the assistance of a candle to inspire creativity, motivation, and passion. And there are no coincidences, obviously, in readings or in life, because you also have divine masculine out here, which is another kind of fire energy to me as a reader, especially with the colors out here. All of the oracle cards that are out here are in hues of orange, like fiery burnt orange colors. So again, there's a lot of passion and fire that is within you right now. So what does it say for divine masculine? Let's go on over to it. It says, the divine masculine is the embodiment of logic, direct action, and strength. In his most evolved aspect, he represents the builder, the protector, and the guardian. Drawing this card can symbolize that divine masculine energy is needed to balance your current situation. It can also represent father-brother healing and the healing of relationships with the divine masculine in your life. There could be a divine masculine energy, male brother, friends, significant other that has been kind of activating you or triggering you in some way, activating that passion. And so you're trying to think about how to, kind of harness that energy and not redirect it back onto that person. You want to be creative about it. But I also get this feeling that there's something that has happened that is, again, making you just want to kick into action. It's almost like that boss energy where it's like, oh, you think I'm this? You think I'm that? Well, I'm going to show you that I'm successful. I'm going to show you what I can do. That's what this feels like. You also have shadow out here, the number 43. So I'll read that out to you, and then we'll get some tarot cards out here and keep rolling forward here. It says, let me see. What is hiding in the dark? What is it that you are afraid of or don't want to see? And it feels like whatever is happening right now is kind of pulling out that shadow within you, and it's time to address it. This card comes to tell you that all cannot be in the light because there must be a balance. So you're seeing that there's a theme here about balance, balancing that high passion energy with something that's creative. Exploring the beast requires you to confront those unhealed parts of yourself, those aspects you deemed unworthy or unlovable. That's very powerful. The time is now to bring light into those usually concealed spaces so they may be healed appropriately and or banished forever. The shadow or the hidden beast is not evil, just misunderstood. However, do tread carefully as you dive into sensitive territory. Humor, although not a solution, can help ease the growing pains of learning how to best work with and integrate your shadow aspect with compassion. Scorpio, there's something about what's happening right now that feels like you're trying to operate responsibly. And the conditions that you're being put in right now, for any other person, you would have already, dived on somebody. Okay, just going to keep it real with you. But it just feels like you're really trying to do your best to be in control and to harness that. But something really is pulling outside of you, a part of your shadow, something that you've been trying to just conceal, something you've been trying to suppress, but it's coming out. And I think it's coming out for a reason, for a beautiful reason. But we'll get some cards out here to help us understand more, Scorpio. All right. If anyone is messaging you, DMing you, pretending to be me, friend, it is not. please report and block them. God, angel, spirit guides, tell us about what's happening with Scorpio right now. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Who are they at this time? What are they working through at this time? Scorpio, please. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Let's see here. Scorpio at this time, who are they right now? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Who is Scorpio at this time? At the 9 of Cups out here, it just seems like you're trying to focus on yourself right now. Some of you, this is not a love reading, but some of you are literally just trying to take time to be single right now, spend time alone, remember your self-worth, remember your sense of self-love, right? What brings you joy, understanding self right now, and doing what is important for you to feel whole. Excuse me, for you to feel balanced. And you kind of have this Hermit out here too, which signifies that you're trying to trust your own light. You're trying to trust yourself. Now, there could be a sacred masculine energy that's giving you advice, or that is showing up in an interesting way in your life. That is also the lesson. And I usually don't get that with the Hermit, but what I'm saying here is that could be a lover, could be a parent, could be a brother, a friend, that whoever might be this divine masculine energy, and they're showing up in a way that has been a bit triggering to you. Here's the Page of Wands here. And because they're showing up that way, their energy is kind of showing up like a sage energy, because they're teaching you a lesson, right? That's what this feels like. But nevertheless, you are, you know, experiencing some interesting words, kind of got you flared up a little bit. Somebody saying something, and again, maybe through a text message, a phone call, an email, and the words, you know, kind of got you feeling a little bit spicy. The words probably had other message to it. Someone possibly being passive aggressive with you, and you're feeling a little bit triggered about that. And here you are thinking like, look, I'm just in my bag trying to love myself and love other people, learn about who I am. And here you are kind of pulling out something that I'm really trying to keep, you know, within me, away from other people. And it's coming out. Now, also this Ace of Wands, for some of you, it kind of feels like it's about you knowing that you do have a gift, you have a skill, and this kind of feels like the beginning stages of activating your gift in terms of building something. So it's a lot of passion and fire, wand energy out here, using and trusting your passion to create in the world. Kind of feels like the first stages of possibly coming out of the Hermit, so that you can be in this creative mode, right? This person is looking at their wand, examining it, seeing, you know, what they can do with it, what needs to change, what do they need to shift within it. So it's a very powerful energy. God, angel, spirit guides, why is the Page of Wands here? Tell us more, God, angel, spirit guides, for Scorpio. Why is the Page of Wands here? Yep, you're thinking about how to expand, how to move forward. You're waiting for growth to happen. You're waiting to see the growth. 3 of Wands has been coming out in Scorpio readings quite a bit, I've been noticing, because obviously I'm a Scorpio. So even when I do my own personal readings, I've been seeing this for a lot of Scorpios right now. And so this is about trusting that there's more on the horizon, that you will grow, staying the course, but it also says that you've been doing the work. You have been doing the work. You've already gone through the planning stage. You've already sacrificed the time. You being in this Hermit energy has been really good for you. If there has been a wise sage around that's been giving you lessons, that's been good for you. If there's been someone who's been showing up, maybe activating your shadow, that has served as a great lesson for you to really evaluate where your self-love is and what you need to really fill your own cups. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Now we're going to look at what the advice is for you. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For my lovely Scorpio, please. What advice do you have for my lovely Scorpio? For their continued growth, for their prosperity, for their abundance, for their expansion, to successfully harness and channel this energy in a direction that's effective and productive for them, God, angel, spirit guides. Tell us more. What advice do you have for Scorpio? Let's see here. Duality, another number 2. The divine masculine card is 2. It just kind of feels like, yes, it's time to possibly come out of that Hermit. It might be scary right now, but to come out of that Hermit and collaborate, to share your gift, to share your energy. It's time to start exchanging, you know, giving to the world, entering back into the currency of life. Guiding angel spirit guides, why is the 2 of Cups here? I didn't quite pop out. Yeah, another 2 here. So more balance here, right? But the 2 of Pentacles, it just kind of feels like Spirit wants you to know that it's time to build. There's something else that you can step into, that you can start managing. It just kind of feels like there's another step to take, like there's another thing that you could start doing to expand. And Spirit is saying, yes, go for it. Guide angel spirit guides, why is the 2 of Cups here for the advice? If you're wondering if it's time to step out, yes. This would be yes, it's time. You're going to be supported here. If you have the capacity to manage your job in a side hustle, yes, you do. You know, that's what this feels like. This partnership that's coming around to you, this opportunity that feels like it could be mutually advantageous for you, is it? This feels like yes, it can be. God, angel, spirit guides, why is the 2 of Cups here? For Scorpio, please. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. More fire here too with this amulet. Let's see. Okay, High Priestess. Okay, and then the Magician, and they both popped out in reverse. Now, this is all about trust. Okay, so your ability to manifest, or your thoughts about what you can manifest, are upside down. Your self-trust about what Spirit is trying to tell you is upside down. And so we want these to be right side up always. Your manifesting ability, your trusting yourself, we want these to be right side up. So these are popping out in reverse in your advice section. So it feels like Spirit wants you to evaluate for a moment what you think about yourself, your self-trust right now. Now, because the shadow is out here as well, some of you probably for a little while have taken your finger off of the dial of praying. Maybe you're not praying as much as you used to. Maybe you are not getting still and trusting the way that you used to. Maybe you're not believing that by literally claiming in your mind's eye what you want, that you can have it. But you want to get back into that. Spirit is wanting you to get back into the place of manifesting, trusting that you can have what it is that you want, because that's not an area that you are really living in as strongly as maybe you once were for some of you. God, angel, spirit guides, why is the High Priestess and the Magician here in reverse? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Your ability to trust that you can create what you want is a little bit low. The energy there is a little bit low. God, angel, spirit guides, why is the High Priestess and the Magician here in reverse? Let's see. Yep. Maybe something from the past that you've been thinking about. This kind of feels like old memories. And then you have the employed woman, the Queen of Pentacles, the employed person, the business person in reverse as well. Friend, there may be a situation that you went through in the past, okay, where there was something that you had going on that was going well for you. It could have been in love, it could have been in business, for example, and there was something tied to that was challenging, that was painful for you. Maybe there was some type of loss from the past, okay, something tied to why you have this suppressed shadow here. And what is happening right now, whoever is in your life, whatever the situation that's activating you, that's been triggering you, it feels like it's been triggering you in terms of not believing that what you want you can have. That job, that business, that relationship, that lifestyle, that career, it just feels like the thing that you're trying to take a step into, it feels like there's something from the past that has been triggered, that's been coming up, getting in the way of believing that you can actually go into what it is that you want, that you can take the next step, that you can be successful in what it is that you want to do. And it's time for you to let that go, because it's getting in the way of your self-trust, that you can manifest being the person that you really want to be, the successful business person, to be the successful entrepreneur, to have the successful business. So it's time for you to confront this energy. Don't hide from it. Don't stuff it back into the box. Don't put it back in the closet. It's time to look at it and trust it, that it's here to teach you a lesson, that it's a part of you, and see what you can do to start taking that energy and continue to embolden yourself to take steps in the direction that you want to take, because it's here for you. It's time for you to walk into the thing that brings you your joy, brings you your abundance, your side hustle here, right? Love here too, if that's something that you're after. That is what I have for you, Scorpio. If you're interested, you can follow my personal TikTok. I'll have it somewhere here on the screen. It's all about self-love, self-care stuff, how to work through dysfunction, little fun, silly messages about that. Beauty, vlogging kind of stuff is coming onto that channel soon. So if you're interested, take a look. I'll definitely follow you back. In the meantime, Scorpio, I love you and I wish you well. Take care. Bye.